The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in Salawat, Naat and Qawwali recitations and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you, through the Muhammadan Way app, an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.
الشيخ هشام كباني، الشيخ عدنان كباني، الشيخ محمد نادر، عبد الخالق الخوج الدواني، صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام. بمددكم ونظركم في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم. So we'll start with the Arabic salawat book, all the opening du'as. Is the mic on that side? Yasin? Before you start snaking, make sure the mic's on, everything's working, Sheikh. You're in charge of all audio?
I'm in charge of what?
Audio!
Okay. Let's do it.
No, you guys look like you started snacking already. How come you're not near the mic?
Sorry, show it to you. Can you tap it again, Sadie?
How?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you were sitting back there relaxing, having a good time. You have like espresso. Too much fun on the road. Let's start, inshallah, page 5. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tula ilayhi mamara layali wa tula dawam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم وإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ولولدنا ولولدكم وحاضرنا وولدنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأحيانا ولمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في الجمال لأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ بالذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا مخاطم بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويهدي لنا جميع الحاجات ويجعل خير البريات وأن الله ينصر المسلمين وأنية الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عالم الحقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأنام ونكون نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد كل مديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم زده يا ربي عزا وشرفا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغم نعم الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله رزقنا بريال الله لنا في الله صلاة بفرد الله يا أصحاب ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا لله عباد الله رجال
صل وسلم وبارك.
مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد مدد مدد
وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. Inshallah, we have for Imam Ali salam and Mawlana Shah Naqshbandi, inshallah.
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم، علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم، علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن، مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن. مولا علی
وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. We have for Mawlana Naqshbandi.
نی دلبر رعنای من، از من چرا رنجیده ای؟ ای دلبر رعنای من، از من چرا رنجیده ای؟ ای سر خوشبالای من، از من چرا
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. The other one from Ma'am Shamish.
صل على سيد الأسياء صل على حجة الأولياء صل على سيد الأسياء صل على حجة الأولياء يا رياء يا أرجاء الأشهد يا رب بجسد وبيك السلام يا رياء يا أرجاء الأشهد يا رب بجسد
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. A reminder for myself always is that the tafakkur and the contemplation to keep the madad of the shaykh is that to always see with your spiritual eye that the shaykh is right there present with you, that to keep that connection. Tariqatuna suhba wa khair fi jamia is that Mawlana Shaykh Shah Naqshband's expression for the tariqah is that the blessing in the gathering and keeping the gathering and the coming together of the association, but more that these awliyaullah talk from malakut and the paradise reality. The paradise reality of what they're teaching us is that they keep the connection with the paradise reality. It's not only the 10, 20 people that are sitting in physical presence, but it's that they train to sit in the spiritual presence. As soon as the association start, they see the ruhaniyat of what Allah want them to see, and they keep their connection with that world of ruhaniyat. That world of ruhaniyat brings every hawla and quwwata from Allah, not from the physical world. The physical world is like a fake fruit. It may look nice but it's plastic and most likely wax. You bite into it and there's no benefit, but it looks nice. The real fruit that awliyaullah come into our life is that from those whom are connecting with paradise realities, that through their chaining and through all their disciplines that Allah put them through, their Ahlul Basira, their hearts are open. As soon as the associations are taking place, they are connected into the paradise reality, the world of light in which they see their shaykhs all in that association. They see the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad in that association, and by means of that association they bring a fayaz, they bring a madad and support, they bring quwwah, Divinely power into the physical realm. Means they connect with the spiritual realm, they bring the energy into the physical realm. By means of that is the barakah, is the cleansing and is the blessing. And that's what Mawlana Shaykh Shah Naqshbandi wanted for us, is make the connection to the real association. Not the association of the physical world only, but the physical world is a means in which to connect with the spiritual realm, to connect with that reality. That realm is hawla wa la quwwata, means that Allah's support. Where's that? Allah's support in power and madad is on the spiritual realm. The spiritual ruhaniyat, the atomic reality, it controls the world of form, not the reverse. Everybody becomes so dunya oriented, they think that the physical realm controls the spiritual, but no, it's the reverse. It's the spiritual realm that controls your physical, it's your nucleus that controls the electrons, it's the inner power that controls the outer. If the outer is deficient, something wrong with your inner reality. If it's not strong enough, it's not able to defend your physicality. So it means then the madad, the contemplation, the whole tariqah is based on finding these Ahlul Basira, because they are like a power plant. Depending upon the association and what's needed, Allah begin to release a fayaz through that connection and through that heart. Our life is to ittaqullah wa kunu ma sadiqeen. It's all Holy Qur'an and all hadith, but can't sit here and try to prove everything for everybody online. As I can teach an alim in 2 words, but a crazy person I'm defeated. Imam Shafi said, someone who's knowledgeable, you teach them 2-3 words, they say it's haqq, what you're saying is truthful, but try to debate with a crazy person, you've already lost. So it means these teachings are not for crazy people, not physically impaired, but I'm talking about when you really just trying to be square-headed and not understand the world of light. But the world of light, it dominates everything. The malakut kulli shay Allah describing, that my malakut, my paradise powers, it is all encompassing. If you tap into that power, it changes everything in the physical realm. But people are trying to live a physical life, connect to physical beings and hoping something going to happen and change with their spiritual reality, which not going to work that way. So it means then the whole tariqah is based on trying to make the spiritual connection. That with these shaykhs, with these guides, that they're Ahlul Basira, the signs are evident upon them that you connect, keep their company. As you're keeping their company, keep your vision upon them. Keep your gaze upon them, that in all your salah and everything that you're doing, at the end of your salah sit down and meditate, and Ya Rabbi, your words are kunu ma sadiqeen, and I heard and I obey. I want to keep their company. That I see them not only at the zikr, but when I'm sitting at home I want to be in their presence. That I know that you're watching me, because your nazar has to be upon me. Allah gave these guides a responsibility. that anyone whom is introduced to their eyes grab that soul and is responsible for them. And then they teach that if you want to receive their fires, now whether you're going to use this emanation for a power to dress you with, to bless you with or protect you with, depending upon what circumstance your life is going to come, you're going to need to tap into that energy. And your mama's not going to help you here, your baba's not going to help you here. Allah wants you to be with a living guide. Even He told Sayyidina Yusuf your father Sayyidina Yaqub is a different reality. I want you to be trained under a different, I put you in a child. Right? You can't say, oh my father is the one who's going to guide me. No, if Allah says, no, your father has a different reality. For this day and this time Allah may want you under different guidance and tarbiyah. And the fires that coming from this shaykh is not something that your pious mother and pious grandfather could help you with. This is something that they went through training and they've been certified in that reality. When everything's good, you make your connection and you receive the fires, the emanation like a power plant. It's not worshipping. Allah is the only one to be worshipped. But it's Allah's obeying that, kunu ma sadiqeen, keep the company of truthful servants. Not only physical, because Allah is not concerned about the physical world. Allah's interest is in the ruhaniyat, in the spiritual world. So keep with their souls, keep the company of their souls. See them in your spiritual eye and say that, I always want to be with you, dress me from your lights, keep your nazar upon me. And then they begin to test you, how strong is your connection? Means are you able to keep that link, keep that connection, keep that light to come, and then they begin to test you through difficulty. If difficulty comes towards you and you're not calling out for that support, you're not calling out for that help, then that becomes a difficult test. So many times people will be given a test in their dreams where they're going to try to defend themselves. And this way is based on humility, not based on arrogance. Pharaoh was arrogant, Allah's way is based on humility. As soon as you're tested with a difficulty, Allah Prophet and all the ulul amr are watching. How are you responding in your difficulty? I will go and get it and resolve the issue myself. Wrong. Because you'll find that whatever you tried to do didn't work. They begin to attack you in the dream, or some whom have a more spiritual being, they actually feel attacks coming to them. Those whom are very spiritual, they will be fully attacked and actually enter towards the physicality and attack the physicality. And the training is that why you're not making the madad, why you're not making your connection, why you're not making and trying to connect with them. Your mom can't help you here. This is not a joke, this is not a game, this is not a dom and just making a dua. That's what's on this earth right now. It is a tremendous energy needs to be coming through the heart, and these are trained servants for this reality. When you're under attack and under spiritual attack and under difficulty, you should have been learning on how to connect. Don't wait for difficulty to come, that when you're learning how to connect, that I want to be with you, send your faiz upon me, dress me from your light, dress me from your light. You live in the world of peace like that. So that a day of difficulty when it comes, you feel that connection, that Ya Rijalullah, that keep your nazar upon me, difficulty coming, you feel a support coming. You see the ruhaniyat of these souls that are all around you to protect you. Because Allah is guarding the soul. Allah says, Afarin, good job. You learned a way of humility. If Allah doesn't train the servant in that way, and the servant is in his tarbiyah raised to think he's self-sufficient, then he's going to say, I don't need anyone, I don't need the prophets, I don't need the angels, I only deal with Allah. Oh, the aqeedah of that was shaitan. Shaitan said those words, bow down to Bani Adam, I will never do, I'm only with Allah. But Allah said, then get out of here because your belief is arrogant. Allah wants humility, means whatever power Allah give to you appear to people to be weak and nothing. That I'm nothing ya Rabbi, ana abdul faqir, ana ajiz, I'm nothing ya Rabbi. But if Allah wants me to be something, that's up to Allah. So then we took a life of humility, Ya Rabbi, I'm nothing, keep me in the company of those whom you favored. Whatever you dress them of lights, they dress to me, keep me to be in their association. And that's what Mawlana Shah Naqshbandi wanted for us, that our way is based on the gathering. Keep their gathering 24 hours a day. As much as you can, train to see that I'm with them, that I'm at work, I'm with them. When I'm praying, that dress me from your lights. I'm praying, I don't know where my prayer is going, I don't know what thought all of a sudden. As soon as I say Allahu Akbar, 10,000 thoughts of bad things coming into my heart. Ya Rabbi, I don't want to pray like that. I want to be with them, that they're the imams that keep me in your association, keep my soul in your association, so that when I make my Allahu Akbar, that I'm praying with them. And they're praying in the presence of who? In the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. They're all in Medina praying, and Prophet is eternally their imam. And Prophet is taking all of them to Allah, just like the Isra wal Miraj when everybody had to go to Jerusalem. And Prophet led all the nations and all the Prophets had to pray behind Sayyidina Muhammad. So this way is powerful, this way is very real. It's a matter of how much you want to put it into our lives. Train on a good day so that you're prepared for a difficult time and a difficult day, inshaAllah. We'll go to the Urdu book. InshaAllah we have a new arrangement. We start with page 1, Shaykh. So these are all the 4s then, huh?
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi. Inshallah, page 7 on our not guidebook, the notebook. Oh, you don't have the notebook? No, the notebook. It has pages, numbers. Koi misal da dolandi.
Allah, 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 Allah,
Haydari!
Nare Gausiya!
Ya Gausiya!
Nare Husseiniya!
Ya Hussein!
MashaAllah.
Inshallah. Kul. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, always a reminder for myself in these associations is to, when we close our eyes, see ourselves at Rawza Sharif, Rawza Mubarak, that always in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, that these are blessed gatherings. If we khuluqul azim, when we think that Prophet's magnificent characteristic of when Allah the Most High, Most Great describes the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad that you are of a magnificent character from Allah means there can be no higher. And that with that beatific characteristic we are gathering in these associations. Do not think that Prophet is watching, that he is coming and making du'a for everybody who's attending the association. It can escape his nazar. This association for 2 days is probably $8,000. It's not you guys driving from 5 minutes down your street. These gentlemen pay $500 tickets on their own and they fly in here, 8 of these gentlemen here with the rentals, with every other expense, and they do it for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad because there's no way they're ever going to see it back. It's not something that you get back. But through the teaching is that we have to sacrifice for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. We have to do something to get this love. Has to be real. It's not just you say, I love somebody but we didn't do anything for it. Blood, sweat and tears is in that love. So before when they said they love, they gave their entire lives. So it means these are blessed associations. These gentlemen here have a tremendous amount of faith and love. No doubt that Sayyidina Muhammad is watching their every step and granting that faiz, granting that light, granting that blessing. And those whom open their house through sickness, through health, through every difficulty, keep the milad and the mawlid to keep moving. There's no doubt that the nazar of Prophet is under these associations. That is the beauty and the fragrance of this life. Without that, this life is for what? Eating, drinking and using the facility. There's no ruhaniyat and anything else. So it means these are the barakah and the blessings of our lives. So no doubt when we're sitting in these few hours that we have together, that see ourselves at Rawza Sharif holding tight to the gate and said, Ya Rasul Kareem, that you are the one whom Allah dressed from generosity. The most generous gift is just look at me. With your Divinely eyes gaze upon me, I'm set. If Prophet look, can anything ever come bad? No, you're under that intercession, under that nazar. They said that Mawlana Shaykh Abdul Faiz Dagestani said that for Mawlid al-Nabi there are angels are all belonging to Prophet but for the milad and the celebration of the birth of Sayyidina Muhammad there's an angel. These are the teachings of awliyaullah. Angel that's so huge, grey and thunderous, and that angel is assigned to the milads. And anybody who makes an intention to make Mawlid al-Nabi Allah assigns that angel onto that servant. That you are now responsible to be with that servant from the time they made their mawlid until the time they enter into their qabr. And in the qabr that angel's responsibility is to convey the ni'mat and the blessing of that mawlid upon the servant. When Allah says He loves, khuluqul azim, that you're my Habib, all creation was looking for the love of Allah but Allah was giving the love to Sayyidina Muhammad and trying to please Prophet. He's the Habib, everybody was looking for the love of Allah. Allah was describing Prophet, he's my Habibullah, and I'm going to give everything to make you happy. I'm going to give all of that as a ni'mat and a gift. So then imagine the immensity of that mawlid, and every mawlid that we do that angel is assigned. So that if a day of difficulty comes, a day of heedlessness comes, whatever is coming, I have in my account, Ya Rabbi, your words are true, the way of Prophet is true, that that angel is responsible for me. So it means we can't imagine the immensity of blessings. Imagine doing that weekly, monthly, 3 times a week, yearly, whatever it is that we are doing, and gathering for the love of Allah, love of Sayyidina Muhammad, its immensity is something that can't be understood. We pray that Allah grant us to be gifted by its blessings. Even we don't know it, Ya Rabbi, it don't matter, grant it for us. That it give us blessings in this life and in the grave and in the hereafter, to sit at the table of Sayyidina Muhammad Ahbab al-Nabi, the lovers, inshaAllah. The La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, I think it's on page 10.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله. لا إله إلا الله. وأحسن منك لم تر خط عيني، وأجمل منك لم تبيض النساء. وأحسن منك لم تر خط عيني، وأجمل منك
कोई सलीका है अर्ज़ों का?
कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, ना बंदगी मेरी बंदगी है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, के बाद अब तक बनी हुई है कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, किसी का एहसान क्यों उठाए, किसी को हालात क्यों बताए, किसी का एहसान क्यों उठाए, किसी को हालात क्यों बताए, तुम ही से मांगेंगे तुम ही दोगे, तुम्हारे दर से ही लो लगी है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, के बाद अब तक बनी हुई है कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, अता दिया मुझको दर्द उल्फत, कहाँ दिए फुरक़ता की किस्मत, अता दिया मुझको दर्द उल्फत, कहाँ दिए फुरक़ता की किस्मत, मैं इस करम के कहाँ था काबिल, मैं इस करम के कहाँ था काबिल, हुज़ूर की बराबर बनी है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, के बाद अब तक बनी हुई है कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, तजल्लियों के कफ़ील तुम हो, मुराद क़ल्बे ख़लील तुम हो, तजल्लियों के कफ़ील तुम हो, मुराद क़ल्बे ख़लील तुम हो, खुदा की रोशन दलील तुम हो, ये सब तुम्हारी ही रोशनी है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, के बाद अब तक बनी हुई है कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, कोई सलीका है आरज़ों का, ना बंदगी मेरी बंदगी है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका, के बाद अब तक बनी हुई है, ये सब तुम्हारा करम है आका।
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. تو شاه خوبن، تو جان جانن. That's Farsi.
تو शाह खूबम तो जाने जाना, तो शाह खूबम तो जाने जाना, है चेहरा मुल्क किताब तेरा, न बन सकी है न बन सकेगा, न बन सकी है न बन सकेगा, मिसाल तेरी जवाब तेरा, मिसाल तेरी जवाब जवाब तेरा, तू सबसे अव्वल तू सबसे आखिर, मिला है हुस्ने तमाम तुझको, तू सबसे अव्वल तू सबसे आखिर, मिला है हुस्ने तमाम तुझको, मिला है हुस्ने तमाम तुझको, है उम्र लाखों बरस की तेरी, है उम्र लाखों बरस की तेरी, मगर है ताज़ा शबाब तेरा, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, तू शाहे खूबां जाने जाना, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, खुदा की गैरत में डाल रखे मैं तुझ पे सागर हजार पर्दे, खुदा की गैरत में डाल रखे मैं तुझ पे सागर हजार पर्दे, मैं तुझ पे सागर हजार पर्दे, जहाँ में बन जाते तोर लाखों, जहाँ में बन जाते तोर लाखों, जो एक भी उठता हिजाब तेरा, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, है चेहरा किताब तेरा, मैं तेरे हुस्नो पिया के सदके, मैं तेरी मीठी जुबान के सदके, मैं तेरे हुस्ने पिया के सदके, मैं तेरी मीठी जुबान के सदके, मैं तेरी मीठी जुबान के सदके, रंग खुशबू दिलों पे ओ तेरा, रंग खुशबू दिलों पे ओ तेरा, है कितना दिलकश खताब तेरा, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, है तो भी सायम अजीब इंसान, जो रोज़े महशर से है हरासा, है तो भी सायम अजीब इंसान, के रोज़े महशर से है हरासा, के रोज़े महशर से है हरासा, अरे तो दिल भी कहनात पढ़ता, अरे तो दिल भी कहनात पढ़ता, वही तो लेंगे हिसाब तेरा, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, तू शाहे खूबां तू जाने जाना, है चेहरा उम्मुल किताब तेरा, न बन सकी है न बन सकेगा, न बन सकी है न बन सकेगा, मिसाल तेरी जवाब तेरा, मिसाल तेरी जवाब तेरा, मिसाल तेरी जवाब तेरा।
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa sallam. All 100% accepted du'as in Divinely Presence, Kalam al-Awliya, the way in which they're asking Allah by making themselves to be nothing and magnifying the magnificent status of Sayyidina Muhammad. You see the teaching is all the same as the not. I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, and that your light to dress me, your nazar to dress me, that when we recite these are all the du'as. At the end when people say make du'a for you, the whole 2 hours we've been making du'as. These are all 100% accepted du'a, and du'as that we don't even know what to ask. But these awliyaullah they're asking in a way, and that being put into the account, putting into account. An angel saying Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. So it means a tremendous power and reality that Allah addresses from these mahfils. They're not a musical event, but anytime you want to give medicine you put a candy on it, right? Because if the medicine is too talq you won't take it. The power coming so much barakah, the Prophet make it to be sweet. Make it so like a baklava that they're eating it and they don't even know what type of power is coming in with it. In the end they go fully fed, every difficulty and mushkilat to be pushed away inshaAllah, and every barakah and blessing to be given by Allah inshaAllah. Farsi kalam in one moment, Shaykh. We got him rolling, we don't want to turn his engine off here. Nabi ke garana, Allah Allah Nabi ke garana. The words are beautiful, when we put it out you'll be astonished. For those who know Urdu, alhamdulillah. Oh Allah, the household of Sayyidina Muhammad it's the highest of the highest, it's the highest of the highest.
Allah Allah Nabi ka garana, Allah Allah Nabi ka garana, ye garana bada bada hai. Allah Allah Nabi ka garana, ye garana bada bada hai. Allah Allah Nabi ka garana, Shah
MashaAllah, 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 Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah. So we have the khatam we'll do the khatam not too long, but we do one Farsi for Dr. Sheikh. Let's do the Allah Muhammad, Madad Ya Allah. On Farsi kalam. Ya Rabbi Mustafa.
Allah madad, Allah madad, Allah madad, Allah madad, Ya Rasul Allah madad, Ya Rasul Allah nazar, Ya Rasul Allah nazar, Ya Rasul Allah nazar, Ya Rasul Allah nazar. Allah madad, Allah madad, Allah madad, Allah madad, Ya Rasul
أشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر ساداتنا وصديقنا. الفاتحة. شفاعة رسول الكريم. آمين. نوت 40 نوت الاعتكاف نوت الخلوة والسلوك والصيام في هذا المجلس يا ربي إن شاء الله بالنيات خاتم خارج قال. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أستغفر الله 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 أستغفر الله
العظيم الذي لا إله إلا الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. دين الإسلام من كل ما يقال الشريعة من كل ما يقال التاريخ من كل ما يقال المعرفة من كل ما يقال الحقيقة من كل ما يقال نظيما يا أرحم الراحمين. يا الله اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا ذا المتحيرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وهو ذو أمر الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabit al-Sharif, asking to always see ourselves with Rose al-Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم. مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشيخ عبد الفايز الداغستاني، سيد الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني، مولانا الشيخ الشام كباني، شيخاتنا الكباني، الشيخ محمد عادل، عبد الخالق الخوجدواني، صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام. بمددكم ونظركم في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم إن شاء الله بحرمة محمد المصطفى وبسير سورة الفاتحة.
فاتحة الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن
الرحيم.
والحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلواته الشريف. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 ألم نشرح لك الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. فاتحة الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين إلى الشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة روحهم طريقة غوث خليك شان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري سلطان أولياء شيخ محمد فايز داغستاني سلطان شيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحكاني مولانا شيخ الشام كباني شيخ عدنان كباني شيخ محمد عادل عبد الخالق الخوج دواني صاحب زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا أمة سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن السلام إمام الحسين السلام وسيدنا فاطمة عليه الصلاة والسلام وسائر وساداتنا والصديقين. الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين.
لا إله إلا الله 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 إلا الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا 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 هو 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 ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب يا الله 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 العظيم. رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله
يا حنان يا حنان
يا حنان يا الله
يا حنان يا حنان
يا حنان يا الله
يا منان يا منان
يا منان يا الله
يا منان يا منان
يا منان يا الله
يا ديان يا ديان
يا ديان يا الله يا ديان يا ديان يا ديان يا الله
يا سبحان يا سبحان
يا سبحان يا الله يا سبحان يا سبحان يا سبحان يا الله
يا سلطان يا سلطان
يا سلطان يا الله يا سلطان يا سلطان يا سلطان يا الله
يا أمان يا أمان
يا أمان يا الله يا أمان يا أمان يا أمان يا الله
يا الله يا الله
يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله
أنت الله أنت الله
أنت الله يا الله أنت الله أنت الله أنت الله يا الله
هو الله هو الله
هو الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله
بسم الله
الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا غالبا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب.
إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر وساداتنا وصديقنا. الفاتحة. الحمد لله والشكر لله. الحمد لله. Thank you. Where's that bag of candy, Yasin? Candy always. Let me get this. They look like they're hungry people.
Yeah.
Which one do you like? There's some candies to everyone share. This is just the entertainment until the food comes. Just running your hand to them. Shamash. These are for the snack and entertainment. You have to give that to the kids back there.
Hey, did it?
No, throw the big bag. Make sure the kids get in, and there's some kids back there in the ladies section. Get a boost of energy, get your chocolate in your blood.
Blood.
Just give them the bag. Yeah. Paraparachi, papachi.
MashaAllah, Sheikh, the new edition.
Very beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Touching.
Yeah, very beautiful. The Qawwali style where everybody can participate. Very beautiful.
Mia Muhammad Bakhsh Sarkar, that's the poetry of that Sufism.
Huh?
Mia Muhammad Bakhsh Sarkar, the first one he went, he's the one who, that's a beautiful, especially who understand Punjabis, they're gonna love it.
Yeah, very beautiful, huh? You put the words out, yeah, it's very beautiful. Especially if you get the translation. So can you hear me?
Yes.
The sound comes?
I'll check.
Chocolate man. Hello? Yasin?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم. Screen time. That's not the one. Display brightness. Auto lock. Off. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. And always a reminder from myself, أنا عبدك العجيز الضعيف مسكين ظالم وجهل, by the grace of Allah that we are still in existence. Lord, is this working? Huh? Dark face. Dark. Your lights went out? Somebody, Shahid, unplugged it. Huh? Or the bulb went out? You can just turn the light on. Honey, you want to turn the room light on? Take the ambient light off. Just turn white, here we go. Yeah, fan works too when the light goes on. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, always a reminder for myself that this teaching from awliyaullah to bring out the best of character. Last time we talked about Hadith al-Nawawi, and today to remind myself Hadith al-Qudsi, that holiness of the Hadith just below the rank of Holy Qur'an. It's so holy that it could have gone into the Qur'an, it has that much importance. And awliyaullah come into our lives and to give us an understanding, a depth of not just translating but from the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad what Prophet wanted and wants for us to achieve. That the 15th Hadith al-Qudsi, Allah says, I am as my servant perceives me or expects of me. Then continues, I'm with him as he remembers me. If he remembers me to himself, then I remember him to myself. If he mentions me in a gathering, I will mention him in a greater gathering. When he draws near to me the span of one hand, I will draw near to him the length of one cubit. When he draws near to me by the length of a cubit, I will draw near to him like a phantom, like miles in speed. When he comes walking to me, I will come running to my servant. Means these holy hadiths of Sayyidina Muhammad is a compass. It opens up the direction in which awliyaullah will begin to teach their students, that Allah is reminding Sayyidina Muhammad, I am as my servant thinks of me. What my servant, his situation or her situation, I am as they perceive me. So means right there is a tremendous danger. Everybody has an understanding of the Creator according to their condition, not according to the truth. Because Allah is clarifying, I am as my servant sees me. If my servant is an angry servant, he sees me as an angry God. I am as the condition of my servant. If he's vengeful, I am a vengeful God. If he's critical, I am a critical God. If he's intolerant, I'm an intolerant God, because I am as my servant sees me. So it was isharat and a warning for us. Don't think everybody's speaking the truth, they speak according to their condition. So life is like a chess game, sit and observe. When you observe that the character of a person who's trying to convey or teach Islam but he's angry and she's angry, or they're angry, of course their Islam is going to be very angry Islam. Everything about burning, oh Allah gonna burn you, burn you, burn you, burn you, burn you, Jahannam, because that's their condition. If they're angry and critical, every khutbah is going to be critical, everything going to be critical, because this is how they perceive, this is their character, this is the colour in which they see the world, and they want to convey this is the way Allah is going to judge. So the way of perfection was the way of muhabbat, because they understood the danger. That before you're trying to describe Allah who knows Himself will know His Lord, begin to know yourself before you want to talk about Allah. If the person hasn't taken a path of tazkiyah and cleansing and purifying, he doesn't know himself, he doesn't know what characteristic he has, and he doesn't know, or he doesn't matter if he or she, they don't know what type of influence they're putting on their belief. But when you sit and take away of tazkiyah and cleaning, You're ordered by your shaykh, go and make your muhasabah, go make accounting of yourself every night. Find out why you're angry, why you're jealous, why you have all these different characteristics, so that you can begin to know yourself. When you know the disease, you're busy all night long praying for a relief. If you don't know the disease, you don't know what you're praying for, you're not asking for anything, you say, I'm very good, perfect. If you know that you have jealousy and anger, all night long you pray to Allah, Ya Rabbi, don't let me to die in qadar, don't let me to die in this type of characteristic, only you can give me a relief. Means the first step is to identify the sickness. So with the shaykhs they guide that, go make your muhasabah, make your accounting of yourself, understand why every day, what type of characteristics you have, what are your actions, what are you doing, so that they can guide us to the best of character. And the best of character in which to see Allah is love, is muhabbat. Very rare to find somebody talk about muhabbat, to be loving and to have found Allah in a condition of love. That's the highest. They're taught, I've seen Qur'an classes, they beat the kids to read Qur'an. You think they're going to be grown up with love of Holy Qur'an or assimilate beating with Qur'an? So why are they so angry trying to teach the children? So it means whom Allah guides is truly guided, and it's a gift from Allah. And the first gift that Allah gives is go find the lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad Ahbab al-Nabi, because they went through all of that. They went through the door and Allah guided them through the door of love, and with love they found their Lord and they found an immense beauty of love. Even in their conditioning and their training, the sunnah of travelling. How can you find love if you don't travel? The reality of the sunnah of travelling was that you're a king in your home and you pray the way you want to pray, you eat the way you want to eat, you wear the way you want to wear, because you're a king in your own home. But Allah says, no, if you're king or you want to be my servant, if you want to be my servant, go out and visit my servants and learn servanthood. So as soon as we went out on the road in our tarbiyah, we did 25 years of this. As soon as you go on the road, you don't eat when you want to eat, you don't eat what you want to eat, you don't drink when you want to drink, because you're a servant of somebody else. You're a guest in somebody else's home, in somebody else's event, and you're meeting and seeing all their customs. They don't have the customs I had at home. I have to become patient and tolerant. If you're impatient, your job don't last but a week, you'll be thrown out. They say, oh, that guy's a real angry guy, throw him out, don't bring him back here again. So it teaches you patience and humility. You go and you learn, oh Ya Rabbi, subhanAllah, you have so many servants, they all love you and they eat differently, they act and do different type of manners. You learn tolerance, you learn patience, exactly what the sunnah of Prophet wanted. Go out and see the vastness of Allah's creation and see how Allah loves all His servants, and how with their love they're worshipping Allah. Be patient and tolerant. Don't put your opinion upon everything, don't put your anger upon everything. So some people have visited nowhere, they sit in a village angry and teaching. That's not muhabbat. They didn't even learn the sunnah of Prophet that you have to make a hijrah, you have to be moving, you have to be continuously moving from place to place, event to event, so that you can see Allah's creation and learn patience and tolerance. Then you learn how to be quiet, you learn how to absorb and to observe people. That was the way of muhabbat. So they come and they teach. This holy hadith from Allah is teaching us that find the people of love, because they will talk about me with the eye of love, and I am going to be as they describe. Why would you want to find Allah, a version of Allah that's violent and angry and judgmental and continuously punishing? So Allah says, I'll be that way if you won't, because as soon as you take that path you begin to judge not for you shall be judged, you start to become critical upon everybody and Allah will hold you to account. No problem, you want this way, I'll be that way with you too. Go out and bother everybody but I'm going to bother you the most. So Allah came into our life and says, Astaghfirullah Azim Ya Rabbi, oh ana abdukul ajiz da'if miskin zalim, I'm the worst of your servants, have rahmah and mercy upon me. I only want to teach people about khair and love and muhabbat. Then Allah says, I'm going to deal with you with love. Even if you made a mistake, I'll deal with you with love, because you can't be more merciful than Allah. So you gave everybody my mercy and my rahmah, even you made a mistake, maybe what you said wasn't 100%, I will forgive you, because this is how you treated my servants. So that's why awliyaullah are very forgiving, very loving. Their associations people can't understand, why all these different people, why you don't make rules for them, why you don't do like this for them? Because they understood this way of love and muhabbat. Then Allah in the hadith begin to give the characteristic that it's not only love that we say by our tongue but love by action. Or if you just got married, can you imagine a moment where your wife is saying or your husband are saying, you don't call me, you don't text me, you don't communicate with me, every 5 seconds, where are you, where are you, where are you? When you love your children and you send them for the first day into high school, make sure that they have a mobile phone, make sure they got on the bus safely, make sure they got off the bus safely. What are you doing in school? I'm going to just drive by and see what's happening in the schoolyard. Everybody knows the characteristic of love. You don't have to try to lie to Allah, because there's other madhabs that come and begin to talk about, you don't need to make zikr, you don't need to make these halaqas, you don't need to make these associations. No, you're wrong, because Allah described these people of love, their actions are their love, not their tongue that they say, we love our Lord, but their actions are loving. And this is what Allah wants. He says, then if they are loving people and they love me, I am with him as he remembers. So now this is a characteristic, a loving person should be somebody who is continuously remembering Allah as you remember your spouse, as you remember your children, as you're putting them everywhere, thinking about them at every moment. What about Allah, the source of all love and all goodness? So then He's giving the characteristics, yo my lovers, that I'm with him as he remembers me, and when he remembers me with himself I remember him to myself. And then means that he does his awrads, he does his zikr, he spends his time alone with his Lord. And if he remembers me in an association, so then Allah says, oh so there are associations in which they remember Allah, and his life is to continuously be making and praising the one whom he loves. And then Allah says, good for you, because I'm going to be mentioning your name in my associations. Allah make a dhikr upon the servant. How is that even possible? We thought we came with just some water, some food, and to have a nice time, have some chocolates. It has such a magnificent weight that Allah says, your love is so pure that not even an intention of goodness is necessary. Your salah needs intention. Kullu amalun bin niyat, except the zikrullah, except things that are with love, there's no intention. There's no judging of love. Allah is not going to judge any love. Even they came with worst intention into the mahfil and zikr, Allah dress them, bless them and forgive them. What could be a greater reward? And Allah describing, they remember me silently, they do the zikrs. They remember me in gatherings, I remember them. And then they now start to draw near to me. They walk to me and I'm walking to them. They run to me and I'm running to them. It's not hard to reach. Allah's rahmah is infinite, Allah's mercy is infinite. Just He's begging of us, take a step towards me, don't run towards shaitan. Oh, forgive everything you've done, I'll remember you in better association. Sit by yourself. If you can't make the zikr, put on a live broadcast, sit by yourself, mention Allah, Allah begin to mention you. So of course they're going to have tasbeehs. Their life should be filled with tasbih so that Allah will remember them, dress them. As soon as you walk, Allah's walking. As soon as you run, Allah's running. People complain, oh Shaykh, it's 3 hours traffic. Imagine how Allah is sending a najat, that you're coming through 6,000 miles or 3,000 miles or 4 hours of traffic. Allah wants it that distance. I don't want you next door to Him. I want you to drive, and every step I'm taking away difficulties from you. Every step mushkil gusha, I'm taking every type of difficulty away from you, filling you with infinite rewards, so much so I can't show them in this dunya because you'll be glowing and you won't do anything. They said, Allah described, if Allah opened His rahmah on earth of what He's dressed you with, you'll be sitting on your couch passed out, fully in annihilation of Allah. You won't move, you can't work, you don't want anything, you're mashdoob. So they have to hide that in the account for qiyamah, where Allah describes His servants that they're shining in their soul, filled with medallions. Medallions of what? Of zikrullah, of mentioning Allah, loving Sayyidina Muhammad. If their maqam became high, Allah give them a chair. Because this one, he remembered me so much, you went through every difficulty to be with me. In this yawm al-mashar, in this day of difficulty, have a nice chair, relax, I'm going to deal with this creation. Allah described they have chairs, some have couches, some have thrones. Allah's great, Allah's rahmah is infinite. We pray that Allah always inspire us towards goodness and to keep the associations of goodness. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Anyone whom's sick, Ya Rabbi, grant them a shifa for the sake of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. Grant them a protection of all bad nazar, bad energies, bad everything, Ya Rabbi, that You're the only one who can guard. Ya Rabbi, ahfazna, guard us and protect us with Your nazar, with Your light, with Your power and Your qudra, with the nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad, nazar of awliyaullah fi sama'i wa fil ard, bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha. شفت يا رسول الكريم آمين. All right, here we go, gentlemen. What's the program now?
Salatu salam.
Okay, salatu salam or salat and then salam.
The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in salawat, qanaat and qawwali recitations, and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you through the Muhammadan Way app an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.